Alright, so I have my 4x3 foot plasma table, works really well. Trying to get 4x3 sheets of metal thicker than about 3/16 is a real pain in the butt. 1/4 inch sucks, 3/8 is horrible, and then I've got like a 2x3 foot piece of 1/2 inch here, which is everything I had to get it on and off the table. And it's the second time I put it up there, and I don't want to do it by hand again, and hernia or whatever. So I bought this JIB crane from VEVOR. It's meant to go in the back of the pickup truck. It's just the big pedestal of it, and over there's the arm with a 12-volt winch on it. But I need to extend the height of it so it's tall enough that I can lift a piece of sheet metal all the way up and drop it onto the table. So I'm going to make about a 3 foot tall pedestal mount and bolt it to the ground and bolt it to the JIB crane. And I'll start there. chatting with a coworker on I'd like to minimize warping if I could when I weld these, and I want to weld them pretty strong just because there can be a lot of torque on this thing when the arm's all the way out and you pick it up a couple 100 pounds. I saw someone claim somewhere that if you're welding square tube to a plate, like the right thing to do is to put something under it, clamp it down, or weld it to the table, give it some counter bend so that when you weld it and it bends back, you end up mostly flat. But I saw a video where a guy claimed that if you cut the center out of a piece of plate underneath where the tube is, that it kind of does like a donut effect and the heat goes out, and for some reason it doesn't warp up the legs near as much as if it's a solid plate. So for everything that matters, these two plates are the same. The holes are a little bit different size on one end, but the plate's same diameter, overall dimensions, and same thickness, 1/4 inch plate, welding to 4x4 by 3/16 wall. So I'm gonna try to weld both of them the same. It's about the same amount of heat, same amount of weld. And I think I'm not going to clamp it down. I think. Sorry, but memory card got full. Didn't recognize it. So, side with the hole in it. Tried to weld as best I could, exactly the same as the other side. And straight edge. About 1/32 of gap at the top. And about the same at the bottom. It's hard to tell here. Let's see a little bit better here. I guess about a 1/32 top and bottom. Some chains. Solid base plate, no hole. It might be a touch more. I don't know if it's enough to warrant the effort to cut the center off. This way's much worse. Over 1/16. Oh yeah, I mean, it's probably a 1/16 at the top, 1/16 at the bottom. Now I got a weld bearing on there, straight edge. It's a touch more, but I don't know if I'd call it a 1/16 at the top and bottom, more like 1/32, and this way's not as bad. Well, I don't know that it was worth it, and that the hole in the center makes a difference. And I'm gonna weld webs on there.